If you are cooking with canola oil at high heat, you are essentially frying your food in liquid plastic. Your cell membranes are made of fat. What you cook with literally becomes part of your cells. Most people think all cooking oils are the same, but there is one temperature number that decides whether your dinner heals you or damages you at the cellular level. That damage happens way before the oil even starts to smoke. You buy a big plastic jug of vegetable oil because it is cheap, and it does not smoke when you fry with it. But the smoke point is a lie. It is not the number that matters. Seed oils like canola, soybean, and sunflower are polyunsaturated fats. Their molecular bonds are highly unstable. They are missing hydrogen atoms, leaving them wide open and vulnerable to attack from oxygen and heat. Saturated fats like butter or ghee have molecular bonds fully packed with hydrogen atoms, locked together so tightly that heat barely touches them. When you heat a polyunsaturated seed oil, the fragile bonds shatter instantly. Here is the part almost everyone gets wrong about oxidation. When the oil breaks down under heat, it creates new compounds called aldehydes. Aldehydes are highly reactive molecules. They do not sit still in your food. These molecules are toxic and can cause oxidative stress throughout your body, especially with repeated exposure. When you eat food fried in oxidized oil, those aldehydes enter your bloodstream in seconds. They bind directly to your cell membranes and start a chain reaction of damage. The process is called lipid peroxidation. Your cells start to rust from the inside out. And here is where it gets terrifying. This cellular damage happens at a much lower temperature than most people think. Lipid chemistry studies published over the last decade tested canola, sunflower, and soybean oils at standard cooking temperatures. Canola oil begins producing aldehydes at approximately 320 degrees Fahrenheit. Whoa. That is long before it ever starts to smoke. By the time canola oil actually smokes at 400 degrees, it has already been degrading for 80 degrees of heat. At that point, the oil is not just slightly oxidized. It has degraded into a highly toxic, inflammatory sludge. Consuming food fried in this sludge can stress major systems in your body, particularly with frequent exposure. But here is what most nutritionists never tell you. You do not have to guess. There is one number that changes everything. Molecular saturation. Step 1. Forget about smoke point and look at the bottle. Canola, soybean, corn, and sunflower oils are highly unstable polyunsaturated fats. These oils begin to degrade sitting in clear plastic bottles under fluorescent supermarket lights for weeks. Light, oxygen, and time are the three enemies of polyunsaturated fats, and supermarkets expose all three. Step 2. For high heat cooking, switch to saturated fats. Use ghee for searing meat. Ghee is clarified butter with the water removed, giving it a smoke point over 400 degrees. Tallow, which is rendered beef fat, is even more stable. Its molecular structure barely changes even at the highest home cooking temperatures. Coconut oil is a plant-based saturated fat. Solid at room temperature, it is 100% stable for frying. The key difference. Saturated fats have no double bonds. There is nothing for oxygen to attack. Step 3. Olive oil gets its own rule. Extra virgin olive oil is monounsaturated, which means it has only one double bond per molecule. This one double bond makes it much more stable than seed oils, but still vulnerable to high heat. The safe temperature for extra virgin olive oil is up to 350 degrees. This makes olive oil perfect for baking, sautéing vegetables, and drizzling on finished dishes, but never use extra virgin olive oil to sear meat at high heat. Step 4. Never reuse cooking oil. Every time oil is heated and then cooled, its molecular structure degrades further. Fast food restaurants reuse the same fryer oil for days or even weeks, creating a sludge that is loaded with oxidation compounds. That reused oil creates what might be the single most inflammatory food you can eat. But here is where most people make a dangerous mistake. Just because an oil has a high smoke point does not mean it is safe to heat. Grapeseed oil is a perfect example. It has a smoke point over 400 degrees, which makes people think it is healthy for frying. But grapeseed oil is 70% polyunsaturated fat, making it one of the most fragile oils available. This means it silently oxidizes at cooking temperatures and generates massive amounts of aldehydes without ever smoking. You think the oil is safe because there is no smoke signal, but your cells are already being damaged. Safflower oil, walnut oil, and sunflower oil all have the same trap: high smoke point, high polyunsaturation, silent oxidation. The number that matters is not smoke point. It is the saturation ratio. Oils that are over 60% saturated can withstand high heat without oxidizing. You can check the saturation ratio on any oil bottle by looking at the nutrition label. Most people never look. Canola oil is only 6% saturated, sunflower oil is 11%, and soybean oil is 15%. Coconut oil is 92% saturated, ghee is 62%, and olive oil is 14% saturated but has that single stabilizing monounsaturated bond. But even checking saturation, there is one more factor almost nobody considers. Many polyunsaturated oils are already partially oxidized before you ever buy them. Canola oil from a supermarket shelf may have already spent weeks in a warehouse under fluorescent lights, and then days more on the store shelf. This pre-oxidation means that even if you cook at a safe temperature for that oil type, you are starting with an already damaged baseline. High-quality oils come in dark glass bottles, stored in cool places for exactly this reason. If you buy a premium oil, you should store it in your refrigerator or a cool dark cabinet, never above your stove. Polyunsaturated fats degrade faster at higher temperatures. Room temperature storage degrades them over weeks, but a hot kitchen cabinet degrades them over days. Once a polyunsaturated oil bottle is opened, it should be used within a few weeks, not stored for months. This is where most health advice breaks down. It requires changing your actual behavior. When you next buy cooking oil, check the bottle color first. If it is clear plastic, put it back. Second, flip the bottle and read the nutrition label. Look at saturated fat percent. If that number is under 30%, it is not for high heat cooking, no matter what the label says. Third, check the best by date. Do not buy oils that will expire soon or that have been on the shelf for unclear amounts of time. When you cook, stop relying on visual smoke to tell you when the oil is too hot. Get a simple instant. Read thermometer and check the oil temperature before you start cooking. For seed oils, never go above 350 degrees. For saturated fats, you can go up to 420. Two consequences. Would USA exceeded by you and aviation to thou? If you are searing meat or frying, use ghee, tallow, or coconut oil. After cooking, let the oil cool completely, then throw it away. Do not save it. You might be thinking, this is too complicated, but consider what is at stake. Chronic exposure to oxidized seed oils drives low-grade inflammation throughout your entire body. This inflammation accelerates cognitive decline, increases Alzheimer's risk, and disrupts neurotransmitter function. It damages blood vessel linings, increases LDL oxidation, and accelerates atherosclerosis. It impairs insulin signaling, promotes visceral fat storage, and accelerates metabolic syndrome. It suppresses immune function while simultaneously triggering autoimmune activation, a dangerous mismatch. At the cellular level, oxidative stress from these oils accelerates senescence, meaning your cells age faster. But here is the encouraging part. This is entirely within your control. Once you switch to stable cooking fats, your cell membranes begin to heal within days. Inflammatory markers in your blood drop noticeably within 2 to 3 weeks. Most people report feeling more stable energy and clearer thinking within a month. Long-term, switching to stable cooking oils is one of the most powerful anti-aging interventions you can make. Forget about smoke point. The only number that matters is saturation. This week, throw out your clear plastic jugs and replace them with dark glass bottles of ghee, tallow, or coconut oil. You will not notice the change immediately because you will not see inflammation happening at the molecular level. But every meal from this point on, you are choosing to either accelerate or decelerate cellular aging. Choose stable fats, and you are actively reversing the damage. Next video, we are going to look at the one type of fat your brain depends on so much that a deficiency literally shrinks it. Most people are deficient and do not know it, which might explain why cognitive problems are skyrocketing in people under 40. Subscribe so you get that video the moment it drops, and you will never wonder again why your brain feels foggy. Stop frying your cells. Your membranes are made of fat, and what you cook with becomes part of you. One change in your kitchen, infinite changes in your health. Protect your membranes today. Your future self will thank you. Thanks for watching. This content is general education about cooking fats and cellular health. It is not personal medical advice. Before making any changes to your cooking practices or diet, talk to your doctor or a qualified health professional.